Oh, yeah.
So I'm George.
We don't need to say our name.
I want to!
But yeah, basically, we're in the middle of our meeting and we've just decided that we just had a what?
I don't know what you said.
Okay. We've just had a talk on how we want to approach our performance unit and that we need to make some fundamental changes, and now we're just going to go on to songs and yeah.
What do you guys think of doing
I have an issue with that.
week A, day, week B? Because you look at it, if we do a song a month, which we're doing, we've got 5 songs, then we've got 2-3 months to do independent studies, as well as rehearsing on song releases.
Also, if we're doing our individual set list and we do want that done as a group, everyone's going to have to be available for that as well, and that's going to take up even more time.
Yeah.
So,
On that note, that is very important because we have to timetable that, like to the hour, to the day, to the week, from now until March.
And we need to sort out,
If we're doing individual songs,
Yeah.
if I want, because I know I have 1 or 2 band songs,
yeah, same.
right? So we need to get everyone, because everyone needs to be free to do that person's song, right? So we need to schedule that in because, it's otherwise it's not going to work. And I like the idea of splitting it up, but we need more rehearsals as our band than we do individual, because if you're doing solo songs, you do that at home. So 1 or 2, I think 1 or 2 rehearsals for individual is fine, but the rest of it has to be, because we're struggling as a band right now.
We are.
And this is what Holly mentioned in the group chat as well, that we really need to pick up our pace. Like, we have to be professional musicians now. We just need to, everyone has to learn their parts at home, because essentially rehearsal is, you bring everything together and that's what it's done.
Yeah. Also, I believe that
George was really, really waiting to say
what I was going to say, because I said I have an issue with what you said straight away, is I agree with Shay, you should do not a whole week, because if you're doing a whole week, then we're back to the issue of you've done a week without rehearsal, if you think about it like that, in that sense. So then do maybe one lesson a week independent, or you can do it at home, that's if you want. Also, I don't think we should go over songs in so much depth, obviously you do, but what we can do is, if everyone has a part, play it, it will get to a certain standard, then we keep practicing that at home, move on, that's going to get through quicker, and then when we do a recap session like I sort of want to do today, hint hint, then that's our time to see how it's going and maybe improve it from there.
I agree with that to an extent, but it's not going to work.
Why?
The general gist of it is great. I think we should do that. We should not go into much detail, but we have to keep recapping it, because
that's what I said.
Because right now the problem is everyone's timing is off. Right, the song sounds good when I'm listening to it, but our timing is not working. So there are little things that we have to keep working on until they're done.
But the thing is, though, that's not. I'm not saying. I know what you're saying, but I'm not saying won't work. I'm saying say if we had, so we do 3 a week. Is it 3 a week? 2 a week? Do 3 or 2 a week, guys? 3 or 2 rehearsals roughly. 2, 3. All right. So that's what I'm saying. We'll do 2 on a song a week. So say that'll take 2 set, and then once it's up to a decent standard, because if we're actually focused, we can do it. And then one of them literally is just a recap, so we can play through everything that we've done. And then and also the more songs we cover, the better our time we'll get, because we'll get more sync and we'll get to be able to play with each other better than just like that. Because bear in mind, I know you guys play together. I haven't, and I don't know about Holly, but so it's all a bit different. You guys are used to performing, I'm not, to be honest. So
I think we also need to take into correlation our personal names that we wrote up.
Yeah.
A long time
And can I just say, in terms of our personal set lists, we said that some of us need a band for some of our own songs. Like Trey said, he's got a couple. I know I have as well. So we're gonna have to actually figure out exactly, settle what songs we're doing, and just be like, right, this is what we're doing, because the band needs a chance to learn them. Because if you take into account core songs, plus individual songs for other people, that's a lot of songs you've got to learn and practice as a band. So
can I suggest that we each get a month? So if we do agree on doing the week A, week B rotation, how it works, we do week A 4 songs, week B we'd have half the rehearsals, or all of the rehearsals, and we'll do independent studies on our own. Nice. And that month will be dedicated to you. So for example, if we looked at it this month and you were like,
no, because if we do that, then
that's a good idea, because then we could do our own set.
Week A was core songs, and we'll do the next core songs. and the ensemble pieces that Shrey wants to do, November is Shrey's month. But then that's only Shrey's month, and if he decides that like one lunchtime randomly in like December, in December or February, then like that's up to him. Then December becomes Jax's, January.
That's a good idea.
February,
But
I like that because that means that when someone's got their
You
month,
can't do lunches though.
by the
Don't forget that.
by the time that month is over, they know that their set list in terms of the band songs they've got is sorted. So then when we roll over onto the next one, if everyone has their own month, all the set lists are going to get sorted one by one. That's an orderly way of doing it. I like that.
However, I wouldn't do a split. I'd do bit by bit. So say if we do, say on week week B, we have Wednesday and Thursday. We'll make a rehearsal. Say I don't know, like Monday lunch, like in a couple of weeks, something like that. Just an example, because then that's good. Because then we've had a weekend to work and stuff. We can get into it. If you're going to do it like that, you should do say one group, then an individual group. Because I know if we get into that pattern of doing 1 week one week the other, it's going to be sort of where we are now. We haven't performed in 2 weeks. You sort of see, and it's just then in theory it's like reversibility. Everything we've worked on. I bet if we got up to play a song now, timing would probably be a little bit worse because we're not used to the sync with each other. We're not used to doing it together.
That's exactly what's going in my head. I love the idea, but we need to include a day or 2 rehearsals where we can have recap on everything.
I agree.
That's what
Because
we're doing now.
a song is 3 minutes, right? 3 to 5 minutes. Within an hour, we should be able to cover 5, 6, 7
I totally
songs.
agree with that.
How about the
But how good your
Thursday?
maths?
How about the Thursday we have? How about the Thursday we have where we all have a free period on week B?
We
Thursday
actually
as
do,
one of them. Because it's not a study sport, but all of us have a free period.
The only thing is,
They
Bolt
have
is
lessons.
Yeah,
Bolt
problem
is
is,
in this
Why?
room.
Why?
Bob was in this room and all the teachers, the tutors are in the practice
We
rooms.
try and get claimable.
No. Yeah.
Okay, we can
Oh, I don't mind.
we
Then
can
we
speak
have
to
to
the
spell
Bolts
what's
about
No,
that.
because then
I don't mind getting
think about
double
the
thing,
amount of equipment
double
we'll get
lesson.
set up. But then in that case, if you're doing it
Double
like that,
Oh,
we might as well set up in the morning, because then we'll have a double because we rehearsed the one before that.
yeah, so double
Yeah,
more.
we get a double in the
Alright,
morning.
anyway. So what do you want to do now? I understand the computer stuff, but I think we should just do a recap. Like I keep saying, we haven't done it in 2 weeks.
We haven't got to that yet. We still need to finish this theoretical conversation.
Are
we
we-
need a plan.
Yeah, so we have to sit down and make a
Are
proper
we
plan.
settling? I'm more than happy to do this. Are we going to settle for the one, like a month belongs to each person?
Yeah, but not yet.
I think let's debate the idea. Let's keep
Yeah.
it for now.
Wait,
It's a
who's
good
most
idea.
trustworthy?
It will obviously need to be tweaked a bit here and there, so we'll do
Because
that.
I
but
believe, it's good to someone have their own month, but then in that month still be recapping all the stuff we've done.
Okay.
Can I say something? No,
Thing is,
wait a
if
minute,
it-
quickly, I've got an idea, sorry. You're the best at communicating with all of us.
Right.
Keep that, and then that's where all our plans going. And then
Yeah,
we've got,
I
actually
agree.
got written.
Because I'm actually the only
Let
one
me
who
do it
actually
instead.
writes all this meeting
me
stuff.
do
You're not even in the group, technically. They don't even know who you are.
To be honest, I do always write like all this meeting stuff.
I agree.
My
But
fan.
what I think is this
Is there a pen up there?
Yeah, in
this
there, there's
Christmas,
like
right? Until Christmas,
Oops, blah,
until Christmas, we should finish all our core songs,
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
and then come the new year,
No.
we start.
That won't happen.
Hang on.
I agree.
Hang on,
but
wait, no,
it's-
that's not going
That's
to
a
be us
month.
much.
That is 1
'Cause
month
we're
to go
falling in
through
March,
3
January,
songs.
February.
No,
March.
no, that's besides the point. We can
We
meet
haven't
up.
even had venues.
Yes, but listen, we can meet up in December over Christmas holidays, January. But that
Yeah.
is about, that's about 4 weeks, 5 weeks to get through. How many more songs? 3 more songs. Which, yeah, it's good. That means we've really got to pick up everything. And then don't forget, there's going to be a couple of songs that everyone wants us to do together. So we're still going to have to communicate. And there's probably going to be there's going to be an occasional day off.
Yeah, but okay, this is what I want to say as well. So I went to this thing a while back. I went to this thing with this a music group, whatever, and we just went there and played a bunch of songs, and we learned 4 songs within an hour and a half, and that baffles me because it takes us a month to learn a song.
Yeah, but to what
But
standard
but
compared
Creep
to...
in 5 minutes.
it was a good, it was good standard. Like,
Yeah, but
Creep in 5
give-
minutes.
give us.
Group of 5 minutes.
Creep
Give
in
us
5 minutes.
3 hours instead. Right, give us 2 lessons, 3 lessons instead of the 1 hour and a half. We should have every song done to about 70%.
That's
But
what I said.
we're not doing that.
Then that's why I said
And
that
this is
recaps
why I
the
think
songs
it's happening.
effective.
Firstly, obviously, all our music capabilities are different, so that's something that we can't really
Control.
help and control. we can, because everyone should be working and developing themselves in their free
And
time,
encouraging each other.
which I haven't. I haven't been doing that for myself. But I don't know if you guys have been practicing at home and working on music skills. That's a separate thing. But we all need to like up our standard. Like if you guys are all, you know, good with a song, and like with Seven Nation, and I haven't learned the lyrics, it's my responsibility to go home. The next rehearsal, I should have all lyrics done so that the whole song is done.
We did agree that at the beginning.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't know.
But the only
That's
thing,
not been happening.
the only difference is that's different. Lyrics are different. If you're gonna say about playing an instrument, what about when things change? Then it's a bit harder. That's why we still need the music. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no. I agree. If you need the music, that's fine. But if you are behind for whatever reason, right? For whatever reason, you are not catching up with the group. I think it's just your responsibility to put in 20 hours to
And
catch
like
up.
with
Hour
me,
per hour,
if I'm not guaranteed.
Oh,
Go on.
Okay, Jess will come right after me.
Go on. Just go on.
I like to say. Wait,
We're still on record.
I don't think that our musical capabilities are any like thing for why we shouldn't be able to come like with a piece
I do.
specifically. I think it's a matter of us actually trying to work together and actually wanting to put the piece together. If you want to really like creep, we're all music different abilities. I had no idea what chords it was.
Okay.
Jess, I didn't. You'd heard the song at that point, had you?
No.
And within the 5 minutes, we were able to work together to put it together.
also.
That it's not so much. Yeah, it's not so much about your different abilities. So if you look at the example of the Nightmare session, where everyone got frustrated, we all got frustrated. You and Jess
I threw a massive tantrum.
stormed out. We can't have that.
Jess, go on.
We have to be able to we have to be able to agree on something and want to do it. And if we all want to do it, then we'll get it done. But if there's
I think we should all go out for a gin and then we can discuss this.
Dude, cameras on.
He is a nobody at this moment in time. You have not met him.
Yeah, Jess, what do you want to say?
Oh no, it
Wait,
was
is it
about me personally, like what you was relating to, how we should all do our stuff outside of school now. It's like I think I should start making a dedication of like, obviously you know the drum kits at my nan and granddad's house.
of course.
Considering I work at the weekends, it's difficult for me to practice. So
And
I'm
you can't
gonna
come over
start.
lying to my dog or my grandma's who
I
got you.
So I'm gonna start like the days where I'm in all day, and if I don't have a rehearsal, then I should like stay here for like an hour and use the drums here just to brush up on everything, so that I know exactly
that's
what I'm
personal.
I agree, because
I'm saying-
circumstances for people are very different,
Yeah.
and you know sometimes you can't, and then sometimes it's okay. We can have leeway, but it can't be like you just get complacent and don't do it. I mean, you have to put the effort, but obviously if you can't get access to a drum kit, we're not gonna go, you know, fuck you.
No,
Hey,
Just
come back!
and then I want to say.
yeah, that was it. This is going to sound really peak, and I know Miss is probably going to watch this video and hate
It's not
Your
for
voice
this,
just
it's
gone.
for them.
No, it's cool. She has a go at us for getting distracted all the time. Yeah? Doesn't she? She has done.
Can you show his face?
She has done. How many times has she been in here and then started a conversation like the Harry Potter thing when we were trying to rehearse? Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
She
come
acts
on.
as a distraction,
She was trying
right?
to
She
get
does that often. She does that often.
Right.
She acts as a distraction.
That's not
We do
That's not
apologise, miss. We
No,
appreciate you so
no,
much.
it's fine. Look, that's not got nothing to do
That's
with
what I'm saying.
do.
We need to be able to control this because we do all get distracted and we all just do random
It's like
stuff and
when I
start
talk
talking. Like
about
when you two had a
fish on
fish
the board.
conversation, for goodness sake.
Yes,
We all do it. We need to
we
focus.
all do that, and that's what I meant by musical professionalism. I wrote this today. I wrote 2 blogs today. Every single one I had mentioned that we have to be professional musicians now. We have to just stop with everything, and that 1 hour, as soon as we come into the room, set up your bits. If you're done, set up everyone else's bits. Sit down, don't play anything. Let everyone talk. 1, 2, 3, play the song. Done. Recap. Go again.
All right.
That. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm next then.
Yeah, I was gonna say, for everyone, there should
Stop, please. The camera's on, for goodness sakes.
Distractions, people. Let's
Yeah,
carry
actually,
on,
goes
please.
like that.
Prayer.
Okay, I think for everyone, there should be no reason why we shouldn't be able to practice like study supports. Like my piano's on my parents' side of the house. My parents are hardly there. Like my dad's going to Latvia for a week. There's mornings. Do you remember when I used to come up in the mornings? I used to come up. The only reason I like pass my piano exams is because I come up in the morning.
There's a reason I don't want to do it. I don't think anyone wants to hear a drum kit at 8
No one's here.
No, that's not
No
the
one's
thing.
here. The teachers are in the form rooms.
I get what you're saying.
Look,
I
that's
get what you're saying, but you have to also take into account the workload we're also getting from other subjects. We're in our
that's
final
exactly what I
year.
was gonna say.
We're
There
getting a
is
lot of
stress.
stuff.
But that's what I'm saying. Leeway is okay. It's fine if you can't do it 1 week. Okay, but
It's time management.
But you have to still try. Like there has to be a consistency that everyone has to go. I did this much and I pushed myself, and this is where the pushing is. You just got to keep doing it. Keep doing
Like
it.
you're having a baby.
Like for me,
Just wait for it
if
to
I
go.
can't play the song, if I've got work, right? if I've got work, I've listened to You Somebody about 5 gazillion times.
That's what
I
I was
listen to it
gonna say.
every single day
I
in the
understand.
morning, on my way home, in the shower, while I'm taking a shit, all the time, right?
This is
All
why
the
we
time.
shouldn't film this stuff, Miss said.
All the time. I listen to the song all the time.
It's true, it's
And
true.
so that's me working out, okay, you know, I know my part, or I need to work on this, but I can hear that, you know, Jess could do this, like that drum roll bit, and then this could happen, and we could do this, and if that's, because that's how we get ideas, and that's how we can understand.
It's true, like,
and
you
work with our
can't-
song.
It's true, like, if you're in a position where you're not able to, like, practice it, like, play it, what I do is if I'm not in that position, I do just, like, listen to the song, follow the music, read the music, analyse it, so that I know that I'm getting every part down.
That's why I don't
And
like
also,
using the colours.
part of the professionalism is when you are actually performing, you know, it's more professional to not have the guidance of sheet music. So we need to, like, if you keep on reading it and going over it, then you'll know the song so well you can do it without.
Because that's what we need to be able to do,
That's
right?
what I do, that's what I do.
That's our thing. That remember we were having that improv session before,
Yeah.
and that I think we need to have more of those because that needs to be key. We need to understand that if I mess up, Priya can take over, right? Because
Yeah.
Priya will have a mic in front of her. If I mess up, if I completely fail the lyrics, Priya can go. She can start singing because she knows the whole song off by heart. She knows not only her part, not only my part, but everyone's part.
Yeah.
If you mess up,
Yeah.
we can all go, it's fine, we'll try and work it out. We have to have this musical intellectualness that has to be there, right? We have to be smart about it. That if George stops playing the chords, Priya can start playing the chords on the piano, right? So at least we're not missing out on the rhythm,
So
right?
for example, if someone's moved to a solo, that's
Yeah. Like I'll give you an example, I'm not taking it personally, but when we messed up the solo, you were playing the chords, but you were playing the wrong chords at the wrong time. Right? You were playing completely different chords, which is why
solo.
when we were doing the performance, yeah, in
So
You Somebody,
oh.
when,
Yeah, I've got
when I was
lost.
doing the solo, you were playing the wrong chords because we messed up, right? And I messed up the solo completely, but I started improvising. She kept on going, and it was working. But if you were playing the right chords, then it would have worked.
What
And that's the
solo
kind
was
of
it?
thing. Huh?
What solo was it?
You Somebody. So if you were playing the right chords, then it was alright. But no one else knew that we could do something else. But if you were playing it wrong, you could have stopped, and then we could have
Also,
worked something else out. So that's the kind of stuff that we have to
Can I-
work together.
Can I say
I
something?
didn't stop because I was
Basically, I don't know, I might be wrong, but this is what I would have done personally. So I remember when we were performing Seven Nation, one of the ones, you know when I messed up the drums and then I led you into the same mistake? I felt really bad about it, I was so sorry.
carried on.
But basically, he was playing solo, and I come to the conclusion that considering we both like went into the wrong part,
Yeah.
if I was him, I would have just jumped into that part
Yeah.
just to keep just be like, okay, forget it, the solo went a bit wrong.
I
let's
started the
just-
solo, I
but-
wasn't
But
expecting
the
that.
fact,
And that's the thing. You would never expect it, but it will happen.
the fact that he kept on playing the solo, it just sounded worse. And then we had to go from what we were doing to jump backwards. And I think it would have just been so much smoother if he ditched the solo and just carried
And
on.
that's our musical integration.
I know this, Richard. I've got to justify that. The reason I carried on is because I already started, and then Shrey was thinking, "What the hell is going on?" And then it's always I was about to leave it, but I just didn't.
All I'm saying
Because
is-
also then you only have Priya there doing.
All I'm saying is because I've seen it in performances before. Like you get musicians who jump to the wrong part by mistake, and the person they're playing with is like, okay, let's just jump to that part. I was watching a guitar performance of a song, and there were two singing it, doing a duet, and the guy whose song it is was singing it right, and Johnny Cash was also singing it, and Johnny went to the wrong part by accident.
Yeah.
So they just both went to the part that Johnny went to in the mistake,
Yeah.
just to keep it flowing.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I mean. That's the kind of stuff we need to be able to work with. That if you mess up and then I mess up,
Exactly.
and then we're playing a different part, and you're still doing the solo, stop the solo
That's why
and
it
just go
sa-
into
that's
it.
why it
And
sounds
then
like
what
a
we can
mess.
do is if we communicate as a band that we'll keep it going and then we'll jump back into the solo.
Yeah.
The song will be what 30
Just
seconds
come back
longer, but
round
it doesn't
to it.
matter.
That's
Come
what
back
I
round
think.
to it.
I think we'll do this another time, but we'll work out when we're playing. just a simple cue that everyone knows that basically that means like, you know, that so we know what to do, so like carry on a certain bit, things like that. Because if we're just doing that all the time, we're looking at each other, that could probably stand for about 30 different
Yeah,
things.
but that's exactly what I mean. But if everyone knows everyone's parts, if everyone knows the song like the back of their hand, then you can go, if I shout to Jess, chorus, and she go, okay, done, or solo, she knows exactly how we're doing, how we're going to, and then it's her responsibility, because she's a musician, to figure out how we transition from where we are into the solo.
I've been waiting as well, but you go first, ladies first.
And
Go on.
So, you weren't here when we did the chill
I've
session.
already heard the use somebody.
Vicious and everything.
Yeah.
I listened
suggest
to the
we
whole
do
thing,
another
it sounded
one of
good.
those.
Exactly, and I agree.
What's the
How
tune
does
of
that
it? What do you mean?
So, what do you want to explain?
So what we did was we came up with this idea where we were playing, and then first we were just improvising randomly. We started playing an acoustic version, and then we were playing, and then who was it that messed up? I can't remember. I think I started playing the solo, and Jess didn't know what bit it was, so we stopped everything, and then we were like, then I had the idea, okay, let's do this. Let's play the song, and I at some point will randomly jump into her own part, and then we got to see how everyone reacts to it, right? Because that way I know Jess's capability. I know if I mess up in the song, can she jump to it or can she not? If she can't, that's fine. She can't. But then we need to find out a different way, right? That road is blocked. We've got to take a different one. If I know that you can't jump onto a different verse, or if you can't play the right chords at the right time, or if I can't sing the right lyrics at the right time, then you guys should know that if I'm not singing the lyrics,
Someone else kicks in.
either someone else sings, or we carry on, and you have faith in me to know that I will figure it out, or I will make something up, right? So that is the trust that you guys know me as a musician, that I have the capability to do that. Priya knows that I can do that, or I know Priya can do that, or I know Jess can do that, or I know Priya can't do that. Priya knows I can't do that, which means that someone else can do something, or we can work as a band to come about. That is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about, and that comes through us improvising and messing up and working on it and carrying on.
It's like,
No, this is a bit irrelevant, and I know it's running to piss you all off. We got 20 minutes left. I've got an idea for Seven Nation I want to talk about, so maybe do one run through of that afterwards. But yeah, because we've got 20 minutes.
I think what we should do in the next session is the chill session.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I was just going to say, in relevance to covering up mistakes, like, I remember once when I made an error, you know that big one I made in We'll Rock You, and I got really upset about it? Miss gave me some really, really good advice. She just said to me, at the end of the day, the thing for a drummer to do is if you do make a horrendous mistake, just lay down a beat that will keep the rest of the band going.
Yeah.
And that's a motto of mine that I have to stick by, because if I do make an error, as long as I keep a beat going, I know that I won't drag you down with me. I can keep you up. So that's a big part.
And that's exactly the kind of stuff I mean. Even if that's just kick drum in a 4/4.
Exactly.
Until you can figure out. Because it will sound odd, but it's not going to sound as bad as if everyone starts messing up. Yeah.
Just, because the thing as a drummer, which it makes drumming such a big responsibility, is you are responsible for the tempo. Like the basses as well, but like you're responsible for the tempo, so the band does listen out for you, and as a drummer, if you do make an error, you can throw the band off of the time completely.
That also counts guitar on the song, because obviously guitars, like,
that's why it's so
and exactly, and this is the kind of stuff. So Jess knows that this is what she has to do if she
knows her responsibilities, guitarists know theirs.
And this is the thing, the first step is we need to know our own capabilities and what we can do and what we should do. After that, the next step is we need to be able to know what each other can do. I want to be able to know that I can trust all of you guys, that if I mess up or if anyone else messes up, we can work it out. Or Priya needs to be able to know that she can have faith in George, she can have faith in you, she can have faith in Holly, right?
Yeah.
We need to be able to do that, and that is what I mean by the musical professionalism that we gotta have.
Chill session.
I agree.
Not next.
Okay, so we've established this, right? Now this is our first main fundamental step, that we have to understand each other and our capabilities. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Achieved through chill session.
Now we have
point.
1 second. We have 20 minutes, right, for our this lesson, and then we have an hour. Do we want to finish coursework, right?
20 minutes.
Because 1 second, we have to do Miss Green's work, and we have to do Miss Bowles' work, because I need to do a couple of recording things for Bowles' work.
Yeah, same.
So
by the time
we
you
need
log on, is it worth it?
One second. So we need to do that work, or we can have a run through of the songs once or twice in these 20 minutes. So in these 20 minutes, we take 5 minutes up, no more than 5 minutes, right? 5 minutes, and then we still got 15 minutes to play songs. We should be able to do 3 to 4 songs.
I think good practice would be, like we kind of tapped into this, I think good practice would be if we set out to play a song and someone purposefully makes an error
But not.
just to see how we can come. So say if I'm on the drums and we're about to play a song and I'm like, guys, ahead of time, before we play this, be warned, I am going to make a mistake on purpose and I'm going to see how you come out and I'm not going to let you know when this mistake's coming. So that's what, like, if I throw an offbeat in by accident or something, or go into the wrong part just to see how we can recover from it.
That's what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying. Seeing why that's a good idea, but I know you said do it next time. I wouldn't say do it next time because I know I keep coming back to it. We do need to do it, but yet we're all out of the routine of doing it together. So I think we need to at least practice it once properly.
I think you guys should practice to perfection first before you start throwing in.
Exactly.
Okay.
Seven Nation is
I agree.
concert.
I agree. How about now we mix the two? I like the setting, right? How about we just chill? We don't have to stand up. Just sit down, grab your instruments. We'll go through the song, talk to each other while the song is going on,
That's a good idea.
and let's just work through it. So,
Right now, just set up your PC. You've got like more 20 minutes to do it. You should just set up.
so we'll do it for an hour, okay?
What? We can't have an hour.
No, we'll do it from
No,
now,
no,
from
but
2 till 3.
We can't.
We can.
Why?
Because Miss Bowles won't let us.
Yeah,
Why?
she will. I spoke to her and she said it's literally up to you how you want to
Well,
plan
in
these
that
lessons.
case, we need to get a print of the guitar bit as well for you, somebody. So that's why
Oh,
I'm least confident on that.
Guys, just send it to me. I'll print it off.
I don't
Yeah, okay, so we got 5 minutes, we'll set up, and then we'll rehearse for an hour, right? And then at 3 o'clock, we stop rehearsal, pack away, and then for 10-15 minutes, we plan what we're going to do for the next 2 weeks, and then try and do a little bit of
10-2
coursework.
because that planning thing normally takes ages, to be honest.
Well, we've got half of it done, so we just need to figure out what song we're doing next week. We'll leave if we don't want to do Wonderwall, we'll leave that till the end. Let's do all the other songs, and then we'll come to it at the end.
And we'll debate.
Yeah, we'll debate it.
Right, can I say an idea? I suppose, Jess.
Yes, go.
Yeah, it doesn't concern you that much.
Go,
I'll tell you after.
set up, and let's set up. Keep talking.
Alright, so basically, I heard this cover, and I spoke to Jess about it. Jess, remember Seven Nation? The live one we watched. What I'm thinking, Sheree, is because you know how we do it, we go I start and then everyone goes into it, and then we have to drop back out of it for the after the chorus. Yeah. In this one, it's because it's only 2 of them, isn't it?
Oh my
In Seven
day.
Nation on the back.
Okay, guys, on terms of preparation, for some reason I haven't got my use on the sheet music.
That's right. He can
Perfect.
print it.
You can improvise it.
He can
This is what I mean. This is how it
He
is.
said he'll print it.
If you don't have your thing, that's perfect.
He
Okay.
said he'll print it. I've got Patrick.
We're setting up to do our performance. Our rehearsal. We've just had a discussion. So yeah.
Yeah, him too. That's what I just said.
Yeah, but you know the website, we found it. I don't know where you